Listen, listen, listen. You are a piece of shit, whoever you are. And I think we all know who the fuck you are, or at least who you're associated with. All right? Let's just get that off, and we'll get to it in a minute because, of course, YouTube just sent me their notification that there was enough evidence. So now I'm going to have to do even more fucking work and waste my goddamn fucking time because, hey, you know what? There's nothing more that I want to do than deal with someone who is a piece of shit. Anyway, I hope everyone had a wonderful fucking weekend because mine was going really good until fucking Sunday night when some asshole decided to be a piece of shit. Show's probably been, well, it's going to have the little yellow dollar sign. But hey, who the fuck cares, right? Anyway, if anyone is wondering right now, I got another copyright strike by, what was his name again? It is, David Williamson, right? David Williams. And we're going to show you everything in a little bit, and I'll go into that whole thing. And man, am I going to fucking show you guys, and I guess I have to show YouTube and do all my own fucking work for them to just show them exactly that this is some piece of shit that just created an email to fuck with me because, well, I can only imagine. My guess is because I pretty much came out and told everyone I never copyright struck anyone, and here's the fucking proof. Because God forbid, just imagine getting pissed off at someone because they said, hey, this guy showed us that he didn't do what everyone said he did. But it's okay because I guess that's what it is. It's guilty until proven innocent now, right? That's the world we live in. So yeah, guilty until proven innocent, but I have all the fucking documentation. I have all kinds of shit to fucking show them. And even some other stuff that kind of popped up recently. Well, actually, while I was sitting here before I started and realized, wow, wait a minute, let me look at some things. So anyway, let's get into it. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Like I said, I had a good holiday. I was off all last week. Got some toys in. I got some stuff to review. That's always fun to do. It's much better than dealing with this other YouTube bullshit. Anyway, so let's see. What did I go? So what I got in this week, you guys saw the figure obscuras, the retail exclusives. If you haven't picked any up, head over to Hello Dope Toys. They have all of them, or at least they did. Use my code APWT. You get 10% off. It's the only place you're going to get any type of percentage off with Mythic Legions, because unless if you do your whole store, you can't give a discount on it. So if you want to get 10% off Hello Dope Toys, that Mythic Legion wave or figure obscura, different things like that, you can head on over there. I did get the Street Fighter figures in, the Guile, Cammy, and DJ. Some more good figures. Again, let's talk about something really quick here. Okay, so this is Guile. All right, now Guile has the U.S. flag on both arms. All right, and I know my camera's not the greatest, but you can kind of see it. Anyway, now this may be accurate, to the video game, but you see this? The flag here, you can kind of see it, right? There's the stars. They are in front. The stars should be in front here. And why is that? Because the U.S. marches into battle. They don't run from the battle. The reason why I bring this up is because someone recently, and I mean recently within the last hour, said, I don't know where you got that from, but it's wrong. Bullshit. Go look at any military uniform and you will see that is not the way that it is. Stars go in the front because that is where the pole would be, and you walk forward. Because the U.S. does not run. I don't know if that's actually true, but it's close enough. All right. As for last Thursday, I had a 4-hour Thursday with a friend, with a true Mr. Six from across the pond. No, Dave, it's not about forgetting the haters. All right. They've copyright struck my fucking channel. They do it one more time and I lose my channel for no reason. This is not about ignoring the haters. This is completely different. All right. This is building something that you've spent years building for some piece of shit to feel that it's okay to fucking strike you for no reason. And then YouTube not do their goddamn job and say, hey, you know what? We need to protect our creators. So I have to go ahead and do everything. And I'm going to do it on this stream. And then I can say, hey, why don't you go watch that fucking stream? Because now that I just got another judgment saying there wasn't enough to remove it, well, it's bullshit. Also, if you're looking for any of my Monday night, any of my Monday night lives, well, they're all put to private. Because I don't need someone doing this again. There was no reason to in the first place. Anyway, I want to say thank you to Tony for the giveaway, for jumping on the giveaway, and Matthew Matson for also jumping on. Let's just say, before we even went on, I mentioned that this is going to be weird if he wins, and Tony won. And then he turned it down, and then on the next roll, he won again because he had his name twice because he was a channel member. Which this is really, really odd. And we didn't see it. And I'm glad that the designer, or not the designer, but the printer of the Wolverine was there to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to print him one. Please give it away. And there he is. Right there. Plastic fantastic. Thank you to Tony for winning all the prizes. Yes, Brick, it was sketchy. It was totally sketchy. There's no doubt about it. But it was unexpected. I will say that. But later on, when we went through every single name, there was another person that their name got picked, and then when it rolled again, it landed on the name again. So it's not completely unheard of that it could happen. But it did happen. It actually happened twice. The fact that it happened for Tony, and Tony would have accepted, and he had every right to, because Tony I just happened to be on the phone with Tony and say, why don't you just come on? Maybe it'll be fun. We can banter back and forth. And his name came up, and then, of course, it came up again. And it was funny. Tony says, not my fault, you jerk. Hey, I do it the way that I do it, so no one can say that it was rigged or anything. So it looked pretty damn rigged. So this Thursday, I do have Realm of Toys coming on 9 p.m. as long as I still have a channel, which I will, because I guess tomorrow when I get home from work, I will be sending a bunch of stuff here to fight all of this stuff where, I can prove everything. And we're going to be getting into that really shortly. I don't know how long the show is going to go because I'm a little fucking pissed off. I was gonna do my normal 3 hours, but there's only so much you can do, and it really does. Man, this is the type of stuff that really pisses you off. And you guys know I can be pretty animated with this stuff. So anyway, let's say hi to the chat since we're all here. We have Dave's Dimension who is here. We have Same Time Toy, Son of a Crayon Slayer. We have Stanley Eberhard. Christoph Scuba has joined us. These were all in really, really early. We have Tripwire 7088. Shark Guy says, whoever is targeting Lawrence's channel, I know you're watching. You must lead a real pathetic existence to stoop to such lows. I agree 100% because there's no reason why someone would do this. Menhoza has joined us. GI Bro, who has the best arms in the community right now. We have a Derek Holland, and we have 3-star Draw, who is here. Gun Bunny Customs, who has now joined us. We have Snow Wolf is in the house, Cobra Commander, Darth Burke, Turk Murphy Toy Solutions. And if you can't hear that, that is Roman whining. What do you want, buddy? Come up here. I just let you out. I just let you out. All right? No. I just let you out. Lay down. Okay? Lay down. Lay down. All right? He knows I'm animated. You should see him when I watch a Michigan game. You should have seen him, man. He is so scared like I did something wrong or that he did something wrong, and I have to keep telling him, hey, nothing wrong with you. Yeah, I'm not mad at you, buddy. Johnny Reno, who is here. We have Brick Something, who has joined us. We have PD Doves. I've never seen you. At least I don't believe I have. Thank you for joining. We have Fat Dread, who is here. Aaron the Toy Enhancer is joining us. We have the Thor 2941. Plastic Fantastic, who I already mentioned. We have Woody 222. The Figure Addict is in the house. We have Judge Dreads, who is here. Tony's Figs, I know who I mentioned a little bit earlier because he won everything in the giveaway. It'll be an easy box for me to ship when I ship it. Just ship everything, Tony. Benny Torres has joined us. Who else did we miss anyone? I feel like there's got to be something here. I love football. Congrats on Michigan's win, Punk. Hey, congratulate them. All I do is wear the apparel and watch and root for them. Viper Scout, who has joined us. Congratulations to Viper Scout, who his football team, they fired his coach, and he's very happy about it. Very, very, very happy about it. Is there anyone here that I missed? I know there's got to be someone else that I must have missed. We have Astrodamus, who's in the house. We have GG78. Now I'm working my way back up. Clint Jorgensen, Matthew Matson is in the house. Thanos Copter has joined us. Allison Troy. I'm literally going back up because it jumped down. ICT Vinny. And I'm not sure if there's anyone else, but I'm not going to keep moving up. Oh, Ronnie Trickshot is here. I saw that one. And then we have Judge Dreads, who's saying things about the United States military, saying actually the U.S. military did retreat from the Yola River battle during the Korean War when 1 million Chinese showed up. Okay, well, as we know, they normally march into battle. Charlotte here. Nebraska gets a bowl game. Definitely a weird year. And Cobranomics has joined us also. All right. What was here? Oh, yeah. So tomorrow at 9:10 is the next 20 of the classified that I have done. So 21 through 40, I will be rating them. It is a premiere. It starts at 9:10. And it will roll into it runs just under 52 minutes. So it's going to roll into Matthew Matson and Pop Blender's show. So I will definitely give everyone a reminder to be there. I'm sure Matthew will still be here. Where he can kind of drop a link in it also. So you guys can jump over there. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I think doing a premiere I think you guys are going to enjoy during the premiere, because now you can actually talk in real time, maybe what you guys think of each figure as they come out. I actually have the next the next 3 series all boxed up and ready to film it. But I don't even have to do the next one. You know, the next one will come out the first Tuesday of January. So I'm going to be doing 2020 until I get to 140. And then I'm going to hopefully switch to a few other things. Then I'm going to switch to a few other things. Probably the, do the retro classified. And then I don't know if there's enough to do like special figures. Like there's only 460th anniversary and the Fortnite Snake Eyes. So I mean, there's only so much to do. You can't really get 20 out of that. That is for sure. I do have the Operation Monster Force. I'm trying to do big sets, but I am going to run out pretty quickly, and so I have to think of something. But I got time, so I got some time. Eric Thurman says the reminder is set. I looked, and there's like 50 people with reminders. Matthew Matson here says there needs to be legal congruence for this type of lying and harassment. Oh, wait, there is. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I'm just, dude, I am so fucking, it is beyond fucking infuriating that they allow this to happen. Okay, they're not gonna let this happen to Mr. Beast or anyone with 100,000 subs or millions fucking subs. But the fact that they're gonna do this, and basically they're just having someone look over the shit, and then they go, "Oh well, you know what? There's not enough." How the hell can somebody say, "Hey, that guy used my picture without permission," and then I don't get to see the? We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. All right. So, brother one has joined us. Todd C is in the house here. All right. And Justin Booth. I think I hit everyone. 67 people. Please hit that like button. It does really help out, even though this thing will be turned to private very shortly. All right. So the Ghostbusters Haslab, I wanted to talk about that as it counted down. It is going to fund, and hopefully we'll get into it. I have to see how I feel as the show goes on. I do have all my slides and everything that's in here. But I did want to talk about this whole copyright strike. I can't believe I have to address this again. I can't believe I have to address this from the exact same fucking asshole. And I can't believe that this fucking asshole can't even change a single letter in his statement to try and put a copyright claim in. And he's probably watching, or one of their little fucking groupies is watching, and they're like, hey, you know what? This is what we got to do now. Nothing else of mine uses any slides. So I've removed any type of Operation Monster Force. I also have Bill Murphy, the owner of Fresh Monkey Fiction. He is writing me a letter, so if I need to, I can send that to YouTube, and hopefully this will be enough, because this is now harassment, and this is exactly what that is. This is complete harassment. But now, and you'll see as it goes up the ladder, it becomes more of a legal issue. All right. So, let's kind of, let me see. Mr. Mad Gus has joined us. Sherlock says YouTube needs to pull their heads out of their asses. This person is misrepresenting themselves and possibly impersonating someone else, but that's cool with YouTube. That's exactly it. Dave's Dimension says YouTube is probably using AI and not a real person. YouTube doesn't care about these petitions or anything we can do to support you, name it. Well, and that's the biggest thing is because I'm in the partners program, I could talk to somebody, and I did talk to somebody, and it gets moved up. And you are absolutely right that this is being just kind of filtered down. And I think they want to see that if you escalate it more, that means you are serious. And I kind of let the last one go. I fought it. They said, hey, you know what? It's rejected. Do you want to still fight it? And I was like, you know what? It's 90 days. Once it drops off. My fear was this guy would come back and do this again. And that's exactly what he did. So now I have to fight it, because no matter what, I have total proof that that I didn't do this. All right. The problem is they removed the video, so I can't even go look at the video. My biggest issue is, well, there's lots of issues. One of my biggest issues is you don't even show me the picture that they're saying that I used. All right. You're saying that I used a single picture during a 3+ hour live stream, and that's the copyright. Yeah, that just doesn't fucking compute. So anyway, let's look at a couple things here, because I was on the fence if I should do this or not, but you know what? Fuck it. Because at this point, it doesn't even matter, right? They're just gonna do this shit if they fucking want to. All right. So I'm gonna find the right thing. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the copyright strikes, and it's showing me that I have 2. All right. So strike was put on the 1st. All right. The first one was put on October 29th. Now, when you click down here, it tells you, he says, this YouTube channel is illegally using my commissioned artwork for Monster Force in capital letters action figures. Of course, it's Operation Monster Force, and it would also be Fresh Monkey Fiction if they commissioned you, not Monster Force. They do not have the rights to use my content without explicit permission. All right. So this was put in by David Williams, who no one at Fresh Monkey Fiction has ever heard of. So here is the one that they put in yesterday. And it reads verbatim. He literally cut and pasted this. He cut and pasted this. He didn't change anything. He didn't put Operation Monster Force. He has the capitalizations in the exact same spot. It was cut and pasted. All right. And what they did was he went to the one that was 1 week after. Right. So, of course, as you might imagine, this is not something that you really want to fucking deal with. Their way of selecting the action is to email the person dirtydoesn'tdynasty@gmail.com. Yeah, that sounds legit, doesn't it? Or submit a counter notification that's what I did on the first one. This one, I went right to support, and they escalated it up, and they've already come back. Matthew says, if Fresh Monkey Fiction commissioned the art, then Fresh Monkey Fiction owns the art, not the artist. That is very true too. So I'm gonna have to reach out to Bill too, because he asked me where does he want me, where would he like me to send this letter to? All right. So you can see this is what I need to do. All right. So you can see the name, Dirty Dozen Dynasty. Interesting. All right. So now I have to fight all this. Basically, I'm going to have to write the thing twice. Hey, this is the first one that I'm going to fight. I'm also going to fight this one. I think some of you guys are nailing who I think it is associated with. All right. The fact is, I don't know. And if it turns out that I am completely wrong, then I will accept that, hey, I was wrong thinking. But again, I don't think you need to be fucking Batman the detective to figure out, hey, I said this about certain people. I fucking went out and I proved that I didn't do shit. Okay. So here is this called Ben Verified. And I went and purchased it for a week so I could type in the email. And now, let me, just so you guys know, I typed in my own email. I typed in my ex's email. So I typed in a couple emails, and it comes back and it tells me legit stuff. So looking at this right away, typing in Dirty Dozen Dynasty, it comes up as a 77% fraud scam. It has 0 potential owners, no possible phone numbers. Now, I didn't even know you could fucking make a Gmail without having a phone number considered of two-factor verification. Ken, nice to see you here. So I went and checked this. Possible email addresses, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just proving that this was just created so they could fuck with me. so they could do shit like this. Now, I know people have asked, hey, what's their channel? Should I go fuck with them? Well, first off, I don't even know if they have a channel. I'm assuming they're associated with somebody that has a channel. Why else would you do this? 2, I wouldn't want someone to go fuck with them. That is not what I'm about. I am not sending a horde of fucking people. That is what other fucking YouTube channels do. They love to send their fucking minions to go after fucking people. I don't do that. All right? There's a reason why Travis Moody says I'm an individual channel. I only care about myself. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, but I stand on my own. I don't need a bunch of other fucking people running to my fucking defense. Although it is wonderful that I do have people that are willing to back me up. All right? So as you can see here, there's nothing here. It is a valid email. That's it. Right? So once again, this is shit that I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to prove to fucking YouTube. Which, for the most part, and for all intents and purposes, this is just a pain in my ass. This takes away from time that I do with my life. Yeah, I spend a lot of time on YouTube, but it's by choice. This is not by choice. And I know that Kyle, what's his name? Kyle, he's another toy tuber. Kyle, I can't think of his name. Someone will tell me. He just had his channel hacked, and he had to go through a bunch of different hoops to get it back. And I think he got it back within like a day. Kyle Peterson, thank you very much, Machine Man. So really, I mean, this is really easy. Okay, this is really an easy thing. The problem is, the video is removed. I can't even see it, and I don't keep a backup. And unfortunately, because of the streamathon that we did for 36 plus hours, YouTube or StreamYard didn't keep those. They deleted those ones. So I can't even go back and look at them on YouTube. All right. I don't know who has a 2.0. Kyle Peterson? I don't know. I don't. I really don't know. No, Tony, you don't want me to type it in because your phone number will come up, your address will come up. I mean, I'm not going to dox anyone. I did this so I could see if it gives me any information. But now I have to go through this. So now it's become with YouTube, it's going to become a legal process. Because now I have to fight all this stuff. But when I was looking at some stuff, I went, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can see what I was looking at. And that is because, let me do this again here. So the first one that he copyright struck was the 21st. Now, if you look here, these are the folders of the slides that I did. Now here's Fresh Monkey Fiction. These aren't even Operation Monster Force figures. These were the BBTS exclusives. There is no other Fresh Monkey Fiction at all in any of this. All right. So then I had to pull one out of the deleted files. And here you can actually see the presentation. I don't think it's going to pull up because I'm not on it. I'm pulling all this stuff up just so you guys can see. And then I can go tell YouTube, hey, you know what? You can go look, I did everything for you. I'm not sure if they really give two shits, to be honest. So here's a PowerPoint. And as you can see, there is very little with anything Fresh Monkey Fiction. This is the only thing. And it is their monkey. Now that is not Operation Monster Force. It sure the fuck ain't Monster Force. All right. So, and I know this is probably boring to a lot of people, and I apologize. This is not what I want to be. This is not the fucking show that I'm looking to do. But I've also told you guys, I'm not out to try and fucking start trouble, but I'll be damned if I'm like gonna let someone fuck with me. So this was the 14. This was the one that he just fucking hit me. Now I don't know why my PowerPoint is in here. I must have deleted it separately. But as you can see, there's nothing Fresh Monkey Fiction. There is Double Dragon. There is McFarlane, Mezco, Motu, Mythic Legions, and Super 7. Not even any G.I. Joe. So even if I was showing it, it would have come from the BBTS website, which I never do because I don't really like using websites unless if I have to do like the Hasbro Pulse or whatever, or if I just finished a 36-hour stream. Yeah, and it was for a short time, not the whole video. So once again, I got to figure out how to word all this. There's Baldy Fucks Reviews. Great to have you here. This is just fucking just complete bullshit. This is the type of stuff that will discourage people from being on the YouTube platform. There's Payne's Toy Samples and a buddy of mine, Mike Salvador. Nice to have you here. I can't believe it. I have a fucking spider as your little picture there. So hold on, Matthew. I don't remember. Matthew's asking if there was someone on the stream that claimed they did the Double Dragon. I don't remember, to be honest. So all in all, this guy here is just, he realized that it's eventually going to come back. The same way Viper Island was giving people the copyright strikes on Instagram. But Instagram, there's nothing you could do. YouTube, it's going to take time. There's no doubt. But there is absolutely nothing that I have done wrong. I come up here and I do a show. I know, and it's kind of like the Michigan game. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Michigan planting that flag. But at the same time, you don't fucking go onto someone else's field, the most heated rivalry, and think that there's not going to be repercussions. You knew Ohio State was going to act like that. I can't act like, hey, the way I am, the way I discuss things, the way I'm very boisterous, that no one was ever going to come after me. But the fact that YouTube isn't protecting their creators is where I have a huge fucking problem with this. And so I will escalate it. I'll continue to escalate it. I don't care if I lose my goddamn fucking channel. I will continue to escalate it until they fucking realize their error, because this could happen to any single one of us. You spend time building a channel and it can be taken away because someone is saying, hey, you know what? They use my picture. Yet you don't know what picture it is. They have no proof, but you're just guilty. Bobby Wolt says, does the other party have to show proof of their claim when you escalated this up to YouTube? I don't know. That's the problem. They don't tell me. They don't show me anything. If you go to YouTube or if you go to Instagram, you can see the picture. Like that is what they sent me. That was the email that they sent me. And right before I started, literally right before I started, they sent me the email saying that, hey, you know what? We've looked at this and there's not enough evidence. Do you still want it? Do you still want to? That is where is it? Share screen. I'll bring this up once again. So that is where this comes in. All right. Let me remove. Can't see it here. So this is how it first looks. I fought it the first time. I fought the first one, and they rejected it. All right. It says counter notification says, we think it's possible you are misusing our counter notification process. If you're sure you have the necessary rights to post the content, you may resubmit the request. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Because once again, they're not proving to me anything that I did. But once again, at 3 copyright strikes, I lose the channel. Now, you don't just lose the channel. You're going to have every chance to fight it. But that's beside the point. What they're doing is they're not protecting me. The fact that somebody can actually send a second copyright strike and not even change the wording, be completely off, in what they're saying, not even name the product right. Again, it's not Monster Force. The brand is Operation Monster Force, but it'd be from Fresh Monkey Fiction. Wraith May says, I work in fraud. What I would say is he is just trying to get a rise out of you with these strikes. As hard as to just ignore him, work the request in YouTube, and it will get fixed as it's obviously fake. Okay. And that's what I did. I ignored it, right? I did what I needed to do on the first one. Then he did it again. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. And what he's trying to do is hit me up with 3 before 3 months comes up. So everything is set to private. So now there's no slides at all. Like there's no slides that have to do with Operation Monster Force. So this way I can easily say, hey, you know what? I don't use slides anymore. There's no pictures of anyone other than my own stuff. But when they hide it, it makes it even worse because I can't even go as like, hey, where was this at? Eternity Ellipse says, hey, Punk, good seeing you, brother. Hey, artists, artists want to protect self, but having said that, when has douche become art? Keep your head up, Punk. Well, here's the whole thing. It's not a real person because I've talked to the owners. That's where the whole thing is. I've talked to the owners of Fresh Monkey Fiction. And they have flat out said, we don't know who this is. Ken Poe, who is part owner of Delta 17, talked to other creators. I'm sorry, other owners of the independent toy companies. Nobody has heard of this guy. And here it is. Dirty Dozen Dine. Like you can see, he created it for no fucking reason other than to fuck with people. True Star Screamer says, weaponizing the copyright system is truly the lowest of the scum-sucking low on this petty BS. It is. It is. That is. You are absolutely correct. And the fact that YouTube isn't making it so we can do, like, they're not making it where we can do anything about it, right? I'm sitting here like, why, like, you have made it so I can't do shit. You look at this here. Don't tell me that if I can go for $5 for fucking the first 7 days or $30 a month, go here to one website. There's shitload of websites and they can go back and track it. But everyone is right. This is an AI. They want you to escalate it as high as possible so they know that, hey, you know what? You might incur some charges, some legal fees. And it just becomes a fucking problem. Tony, great to see you here. And I'm just, You know, you work really hard. And again, this is not my career. But what if it was? What if this was my livelihood? What if I was bringing home $5, $6, $7, $8,000 a month? This is what I do for my career. And someone doesn't like what I have to say. They can just easily go and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to copyright strike this guy. I'm going to create a fake account. I'm going to say he used this. And then I have no recourse. YouTube just says, nope, sorry. Like, you know, kind of like when you ground your fucking kid. And they're like, but, nope, sorry. I don't want. Again, two different things, obviously. Yeah, Mike, that's it. Yeah, with no proof. It's crazy. Instagram's even worse. Because I lost my account for 90 days because of Instagram. And they don't even tell you shit. This here, I can at least talk to someone. And I really do believe that it will eventually get rectified. Bro Keeper, nice to have you in here. Black Genghis, nice that you popped in. But you guys got to remember, this can happen to any single one of you guys that are creating something. What happens when one of you wants to have me on the show and that guy's like, you know what? I don't like that fucker. So I'm just going to throw a copyright strike out against him. Yeah, PD Dubs here. That YouTube policy sounds like some bullshit. Bummer. Is this related to the island dude? No, I do not believe so at all. That is not. You can go back. I left that stream up because there's nothing on there. The fact is, there were people that tried to say that I was fake. I was falsely copyright striking. No, there weren't people. Shark News tried saying that I falsely copyright struck him. And then It's Chad decided that he would screenshot it and push it out to his numerous subscribers. That made me go fucking nuclear. To the point where he removed, Shark News removed his Instagram and his YouTube channel that day. When I showed that I've never done anything like this. Because I'll say this again, I have no skeletons in my closet. I do not copyright strike people. I don't steal people's images. I don't steal people's fucking news that they worked hard for. I give people the credit that they do. I don't drink. I'm not a PDF file like some other assholes try to say I was. So when people say, hey, you know what? People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks. Well, fuck it. I will chuck a goddamn boulder. Because there's nothing that I'm keeping hidden. I've said it before. Anything that I have said behind closed doors is something that I would say to someone's face. And that's not being a tough guy. That's just having integrity to say, hey, you know what? I have no problem saying what I've said. Ted, great for you to jump in here on this really shitty fucking stream of mine. Tripwire says, Punk, if he doesn't have to prove it's his own work on the strikes before, he can just make the same claim about your own slides, can he? That is a wonderful question. Like, I would love to have like an answer to that. Like, I don't like, I truly don't have the answers. I would say yes. They could say anything is. The worst thing about it is all that Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff. They're digital renders. You know, they're digital renders. Tragic Hero, thanks for you to jump in here. You know, David, no one deserves this. And I'm not trying to say I'm like some great fucking guy. Believe me. I've said it before. If you want to say, hey, you're a shitty content creator, you're an asshole, this guy sucks at his reviews, he doesn't know shit, I don't care. But when you start trying to take away something someone has built just because you can, that's where it becomes a problem. And when I can show everything here, and again, please don't start emailing this guy because it's an email that he has that he doesn't even give a shit, right? It's, you know, that's just harassment. But I have this now, so I have to send the proof over to YouTube and say, hey, I looked this up. He did this twice to me. I went back and I looked at my slides, and there's nothing. It's not Operation Monster Force. I'm getting a written permission from the owner of Fresh Monkey Fiction. They have to let somebody that's a real person look at this. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what this is. Matthew says YouTube must require specifics on strikes. They have to change their policy, music, and time frame, image time frame, etc. Specifics, not the whole video. Yeah, but not even to tell you like when it is, like when it happened. Well, okay, so Oz, that's the whole thing. All he has to do is anyone has to do now is strike anyone. Right? That's all they have to do. Now, before someone says, hey, that's what Shark was saying he did. Shark was saying that someone was striking him. Yeah, but he never showed any proof. That's the big difference, right? I'm showing you all the fucking proof. All right? And once again, many of us here in this chat have met Bill Murphy or been around him, right? We're doing their work for them, right? It's probably Cuck. No, it's not. I don't think so at all. I really don't think that guy would do it. I really don't. But this is one of those things where there needs to be like legal action taken against somebody, because they are going out there and they're wasting someone's time. And again, if this was my sole job, if this is what I did for a living, and someone can just say, hey, that guy steals stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. If I have 1 million subscribers, I have a feeling that there's someone else that I can talk to. It would get escalated up. Not when you're just pushing 6,000. And believe me, 6,000 is no small feat. You go out there and look and see how many content creators even hit 1,000. It's not that many. It is a very small percentage. So when I look at 6,000, I don't look at it as like, oh wow, I'm small compared to all these other guys, but it shows that you put a lot of work into it. But when does this end? Instagram didn't really give us anything, to fight it. They didn't make anything easy. I will actually be talking, when I have Realm of Toys on. He has the badge verification on his Instagram, and I'm going to talk to him about that. And I also talked to Brandnam, and he said it's probably the best thing he did because it gives you protection, and it's like $10 a month. That's something I'm seriously going to have to look into. I don't think we should have to buy badges, but hey, if that gives us extra protection, YouTube, where's ours? Where's my verification that that this is legitimately me doing this YouTube? And I'll say it again. I knew something like this could happen because I am a lightning rod. There's 98 people watching. You can't tell me that 98 people are watching me that like me. And you know why that is? Because I speak my mind. And I also know that there's a bunch of fucking trolls. There are the fucking trolls and there are the spies. And they go into other people's chats so they can go back to the other guys and say, hey, this person said this about you. This person said that about you. And that's all well and dandy. I don't delete my stuff. Of course, my stuff is set to private because, well, I had to do that. True Star Screamer says, you got 98 viewers, but a hater ain't one. That made me laugh. Bill K has joined us. Andrew Taylor. Okay, fess up. Which one of you like him? Again, I don't even give a shit. Like, I don't care if people like me or not. All right? What I don't want is people not only coming after me, but going after anyone. And YouTube has just said, hey, you know what? We're going to make it as easy as possible for people. And I shouldn't even be saying this because there are people, and these are the same people that hoarded toilet paper. You ever realize during the first pandemic, like all that toilet paper got hoarded, but not one person ever fessed up to hoarding the toilet paper? Which is kind of funny because here's Master Hoarder. um, saying fuck Ohio State. We have Mr. DeMark. Oh, you missed a lot. You're gonna have to go back and watch it. D. Griff is here. Nice to have you. I can't stand you, but I like your reviews. Hey, and that's fine. JC said, just know this guy is in the hobby and probably follows other YouTubers lurking in the shadows trying to get a hard on from this nonsense. No, I get it. Dude. I fully get it. I mean, I fully get. And again, like this isn't like this here. Like it's content for me. If that's what you really want to look at it as. But at the same time, it's creating a headache for myself and eventually other people. Because now what happens, right? Does, Tony, he's trying to do his fucking show. Does he have to watch what he says? Does he have not hurt people's feelings, right? Do we have to not hurt people's feelings, right? Baldy fucks review here. I still have an extra TP. Who needs one? It's Charmin. So I know what I have. It's all these people are doing YouTube shows. What happens when Crow and Darren? What happens when they say something that someone doesn't like, and they're like, "Well, you know what? I can just put in a strike against them." It makes no sense. And the fact that now I'm going to have to spend days dealing with this, it's a pain in my ass. And once again, anyone that wants to go back and watch these live streams, yeah, they're all set to private. And once this is taken care of, they'll all be set back. I don't hide my stuff. I've said that before. I do not hide my stuff. And now if you probably go to my fucking Social Blade, they'll probably see a big dip of losing fucking views because I set everything to private. But I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I have to protect myself as well as, anyone else would. And I'm not going to sit here and fucking cower in the corner. I'm going to fucking speak my mind because eventually it's for everyone. Mike says, anybody who knows you weren't put here to make suckers comfortable. No, Mike, and you know me very well. You know me very well. But again, I don't go out there, and I have not ever gone out there and said anything about someone that isn't factually true, or that there is proof of what someone did. Right? Everything that I say with some sort of facts behind it. Now, I could be wrong, like many of us, we could be wrong, and I'll apologize anytime that I'm wrong. But this is where we have, an issue. Killer says, whatever happened to your disagreement, have a fist fight over and move on. You know what, dude? Fucking right on. That is so lost in this generation. But now everyone can hide behind their keyboards. And this is even worse. This is even worse because they're not even sitting here trying to troll, right? They're actually hurting people's content. Yes, Mr. D. Yeah, I got a second copyright strike for a live stream for Monster Force pictures that, once again, aren't his because he was not commissioned because no one knows who he is. And I have all the information right up here again. It's it is so beyond frustrating for anyone. You know, you look here at, Black Angus here, fixing schoolyard drama, but grown-ups are crying out loud. Yeah, but hey, you know what? I just saw, this guy, Black Angus, KJ, and Tony, they have a live stream tomorrow with Ken Poe and Steve from Delta 17. What if someone doesn't like Ken, right? Someone doesn't like Ken. They're just gonna say, hey, you know what? He used me. They put a copyright strike and says they use my they use my picture. Well, okay. How do we? All right. And rather than saying, well, I need this proof, I need to figure this out, YouTube just says you got a strike. Now maybe I'm missing something because I've never put a strike in against someone. I've never gone through the process of putting a strike in against someone. But why doesn't YouTube say, hey, you know what? At this timestamp, this is the picture they said that they used. We have to remove that, and you have to remove that picture or remove that. The fact that they strike the whole thing makes absolutely no sense because the stream, if anything, is within 5 minutes of talking about it. So I know this is not something people want to hear about. This is not something I want to talk about. Like I said, you guys know how much work I put into this channel and everything, this brand that I have built up. And yes, could I rebuild it? Sure could. Should I have to? No. Should any of us? Should KJ or Tony have to rebuild what they started? Should Matthew and Pop have to rebuild the stuff that they started? Darren and Crow, all these guys that are doing shows. I've talked to Toy Habits about this stuff because they got actual copyright strikes from Mattel, where they had to actually deal with lawyers. I believe Geek Dead Life also had the exact same issues with Mattel. It's just beyond infuriating. And I was on the fence whether or not I should do this because it just gives ammo to someone else. You're not going to see me go start another fucking channel. Because you guys know how to find me. If I ever need to start another channel, I'll start another channel and let everyone know through the fucking channels that I know everyone, right? Through Instagram, Facebook, right? But I shouldn't have to. Matthew Matson says 3 copyright strikes and you as an individual under any guise can't have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure exactly. I believe it has to do within the exact same realm. Like it has to be in that. But I'm going to be reaching out to probably YouTube on X after I do all this stuff. It's just they give you that second one and they're like, you're just sitting there. But because they're false, it's not like I can go, oh my God, I got 2 copyright strikes. I got to go back and I have to start removing stuff because I know they're false copyright strikes. It doesn't fucking matter what it is. What happens when they go back to my first fucking classified Duke video and they go, hey, he used a picture. And YouTube's like, hey, I'm sorry, there's not enough fucking proof. What do you mean there's not enough fucking proof? There's me behind my fucking goddamn bar walking. That's what there is. There's not even any fucking pictures. You don't give me a timestamp. You don't give me anything. I mean, I haven't seen that bitch in a long, long time. No one that would do anything like this. It makes no sense. And again, this is what chaos truly is. This is truly what chaos is. Because now you've let the inmates run the asylum. YouTube is so worried that, oh my God, we're going to get sued, that they just say, you know what, you're guilty. Now, once again, I've never put a copyright strike against someone, so I don't know what it entails. I know you go to it, and you go to it because you can see it in the YouTube studio, and you say, yeah, I want to put a copyright strike. I don't know what goes on past that. I'm just saying, as we looked at it, when I had to prove that I never did it against someone, this is how it looks. Ray Black, nice for you to jump in here. Killer says, who would be out to get you? Who you pissed off? Who hides? All know you guilty until innocent. It's again. I think this all goes back to when Shark News. I'm not Shark Guys. He's in here right now. Shark News said that I was putting false copyright strikes against him, and then it's Chad decided to post it. Now it's Chad. Chad did remove it and put on an apology to his, to his fans that he shouldn't have done it. But the point was that was the damage that they did. And after I did that, and you can go back because that stream is still up there. All in that stream, all you'll see is me fucking extremely pissed off, and then you will also see my YouTube studios where I showed that I've never put a copyright strike against anyone. All right. So if that one ever gets strike, I can be like, there's no slides on it. There's no pictures. But this was something that was going back to Joe Fest. So I don't know that it's him or people surrounded by him, but it's really fucking fishy. And I know, and I don't really mean that to be a pun. But the fact of the matter is, it's kind of odd that after I go fucking nuclear about someone saying that I am falsely copyright striking them, that this happens right after the Toys for Tots stream, after I had Toy Gains and Yojo Jerk on, and Toy Gains at what was that really about? What was that about? And I told the whole story. And then on that fucking Tuesday, I get a copyright strike. And I didn't have all this information, or else I would have used it then. So Viper Island, wasn't Viper Island doing the same thing, claiming they were using his photos, and they were what's proven they were even his photos to be good. No. All he did was he went to Instagram, anyone that attacked him, and he started fucking just putting copyright strikes. Like, he started saying the copyright strike on the pictures that people did. Instagram has absolutely no repercussions. They have no checks and balances. So, again, I don't know who this is. And, I guess I'm playing punk detective, saying, why would anyone else do this? It's too similar that somebody would do this, right? And a lot of people might think, hey, you know what? They're never going to say anything. So I could be completely wrong, and if I am, I would apologize. But the fact of the matter is, I've never gone out of my way. Let me rephrase that. I have never gone and said stuff that isn't true. I have never gone and said something that, without doing great, as Matthew said, deductive reasoning, doesn't make sense. When we were being falsely accused of doing copyright strikes, and it wasn't just me, it was Bees Battleground, it was Shark Eyes right there, it was Baldy. People kept asking, saying, hey, you know what? Show us who it is. And they wouldn't. The moment I got hit, I fucking showed everyone. because I knew it wasn't real. I knew that it wasn't a legit strike. KJ, he did, but he's not the only one. You know, he's not the only one that's done it. And I said it before. And I'll say it right now. What Shark News did was way worse than what Viper Island did. Because he tried to get people by lying to go after me. Like that was his way of getting rid of his competition or whatever the fuck he thinks that it is. YouTube's a big fucking, it's a big universe. I don't give a shit who's fucking on it. I just don't watch people shit that I don't care about. I hear about shit because everyone else messages me, but I don't watch it. You know, I don't watch content creators I don't care about. Just like you shouldn't watch me if you don't care about me. Why would you spend the time hate watching someone? Dave says, I don't know you that well, but I can say that you don't deserve this, and you shouldn't have to prove your content or work, your time. I would never even wish this on my enemies. This person is a little... Again, Dave, I think most of you feel that way, because guess what? Any of us could do this to our enemies. That's the fucking problem. But none of us do. I can't say none of us, because someone obviously is, right? Woody says, I don't need social media or anything because I just feel I like... Hey, trying to read? I don't do social media or anything because I just feel like there's too many suckers out in this world, and that gives them a voice, which I don't particularly like. And you know what? And I like I said, I'll say it again. I feel like Captain America. Sometimes I wish I could just walk away. I wish I could look the other way. And that's something on me. It's my entire life. Tony asks, Legend Series Tony, why do people stay fucking with you, Punk? I think it's because I'm boisterous. I speak my mind. It's something that others... I speak my mind more than I probably should. It's who I've always been my entire life. Because I don't need people to like me. So if you don't like me for what I have to say, but I'll say this, there's a lot of things I don't say that I should or that I could. I don't say that I should. Because again, women are the ones that speak out and just say stuff, right? They snap at you, they go 100 miles an hour, and you're like, wow, that's never coming out. I know some YouTubers that do the same fucking thing and then think all is fucking well and fucking dandy. Adam, Adam asked me to come on his show sometime in January, and hopefully I'll still have a channel to get there. Payne says, I hate watching you every week. What you saying, Larry? Hey, I get it. Baldy says, this is a massive sandbox that we can all play in. Plenty of playground for all of us, from small to big channels. You are absolutely right. Do you realize that not watching someone is the easiest thing you can do? I don't know. And I don't know when I became Donald Trump. I don't know why. I see why he does it. But yeah, again, this is just something that it's just one of these things that it's going to eventually happen to someone else. It's probably happened to other people and they just don't say anything about it. And maybe that's the best course of action, right? Just keep it all hidden until it all fucking blows up. That's why we have so many incidents in this world, right? Because people keep things fucking bound up rather than, hey, you know what? Let's get out in front of this and let's talk about it. All right? Yeah, because I'm a punk. That's why, Tony. I think I'm way behind in the chat. Tony Legend Series says, well, I like you if that means it. Dude, when I say I don't care if people don't like me, what I mean is I don't give a shit if people can't take who I am, then that's fine. Like, I don't need to be liked. There are friends that I definitely want in my corner. And that if I did something to upset them, I would be like, hey, dude, what did I do? You're my fucking friend. But if you're just someone who can't stand that I said something, that's why I don't ever talk politics. Because two political parties cannot talk. It is fucking impossible today. Shipwreck says, just popping in real quick to show support for Punk. Thank you very much. We have Wade Howlison here. Bruce Laborian, honesty is the best. People who don't agree don't matter. I agree 100%. I agree. And Master Hordian said, I'm the same way. I speak my mind blunt. I speak my mind. I don't always say everything because sometimes being blunt is just being an asshole. You know? Sometimes just being blunt is just being an asshole to be an asshole for asshole shit. Asshole sakes. I think you guys understand that. It's just, again, this, and again, I know that this is one of those things that it's probably already filtered. They're probably watching it now. Or someone's already reached out to them saying, hey, you know what? You need to go watch this. And then when it's set to private, they're going to be like, whoa, look, he set it to private. But I have to set it to private till this gets taken care of. And then when it's taken care of, I will reset everything to be public. It's just, there's no reason why any of us should have to do this. And I'm glad so many of you are, agreeing with me. So many of you are agreeing with me. And it's great. It's great to have people on your side. It's great to have people that agree with you. And I don't want people on my side just because, like, hey, you know what? I like Punk. No, dude, you should agree with people because you agree with what they're saying. Or agree with them that, hey, you know what? You have the right to say what you have the right to say what you think. As long as you are not being malicious in any way, then it's fine. Yeah, Adam says, yeah, I never talk politics or religion. Exactly. Unless we're talking about my son saying that he's atheist. When my stepmom said, hey, why don't you say grace at the dinner table? Where's Ed when I need Ed? But again, it's something that needs to be addressed. Because, what am I supposed to do? I've spent 2 years every fucking Monday here. I think I missed 4 Mondays in 2 years. Not to pat myself on the back, but I don't think you're going to get that consistency from too many other people. But now we have to sit here and worry about if someone is going to copyright strike my live stream, saying that I'm using one of their pictures. Even though the owner said, I don't know who that is, you can use any pictures you want. The worst part is those pictures are, all the Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff is, they're all digital renders anyway. So it's just becoming a Baldy says, too many round earthers in here. Sherlock says, some people will manufacture drama just because they think it gives them something interesting to say. Exactly. And why? I don't want this. That's what I'm trying. I don't want this. But at the same time, I'm a person that says what I need to say. And Wraith Mace is jumping out of here, but he gifted 1 Punk toy membership. So you know what you're going to get with that is a...
Welcome to the Creamery.
And who got it? Same Time Toys. Shane got it. Congratulations. Thank you very much. But yeah, this is just one of those things where, I know that I'm teetering right now because all they need to do is throw in another one. And until I fight this, until I get it taken care of, I could not make it till fucking Thursday. I will. But what is it? What is it that you're supposed to do? Someone has gone out of their way. I'm assuming because they're mad that I proved that I wasn't doing what they said I was, which is a very odd concept. Very odd concept to think about. Hey, I didn't do what you guys said. Oh my God, I'm mad at you for not doing it. And how dare you prove that we were lying about you? Just a weird concept. Bobby Wold says everyone should speak. Everyone should always be able to speak their mind. Just so many people got too thin skin nowadays. But I like a lot of the guys in this community. I like to feel like we're all Joe Bros. I like a lot of the people in the community too. A lot of people I don't like. And the crazy thing is, I just avoid those people. Hey, that person's on YouTube. I don't like them. Hey, I don't watch their show. It comes up on YouTube. You know what I do? I just pass by it. I don't go hit a dislike. I don't go on there and try and get in their chat and try and blast them. I don't care. I don't care. Just like I don't really see any of them coming here. And you know why? Because they don't like me. And that's fine. Because why would you waste your time somewhere watching someone you don't like? I mean, I don't watch American Idol because it's awful. I don't watch soccer because, well, I'd rather watch paint dry. Allison Troy, member for 18 months. You haven't said my name in you haven't said my name for like an hour. I was lonely. Well, Allison Troy, it's great to have you here. Kelly says, exactly, you proved it, and you made someone tuck tail. Again, but the problem becomes now I'm the one that has to figure out a way to fight this. And it's so frustrating because it's not what I want to do. I don't want to come home on fucking Tuesday, get here, and start typing out things and dumbing this out and showing all this stuff and going, what else do you need? And now I can even say, hey, I didn't even use a Monster Force picture. There were no pictures of that. So please, you have to show me. But what can I do, right? I can say, hey, you have to show me. YouTube's like, hey, you're at our mercy. But right now, you're just letting someone say, hey, you know what? Boom. I'm going to fucking strike you. Jamie Garcia says, hi, Punk. People who do this crap have some kind of psychological, have some sort of psychopathological, good fucking Lord. You guys can read it. I agree. I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely. They have something wrong with them. I mean, people can sit there and say, man, you have so much time to fucking spend on YouTube creating videos and doing live streams. Yeah, you're right. I don't have the time to waste on trying to take someone's channel down. Watch them claim your Michigan shirt as a copyright material now. No, because it looks like all they can do is cut and paste the exact same thing. Not enough hugs. Yeah. People get off making false reports. I mean, it's just crazy to think. And the worst thing about it is, I've never done anything to make somebody lose their channel. They did that to themselves. I defended myself, and that made people fucking leave. M is from Michigan. It's Monster Force. I hope I'm not saying Monster Force too much because I don't want to get a claim for that. Baldy says YouTube is such a big operation. They automate these decisions. So you definitely have to escalate this and hopefully get a real person involved. Well, that's what I was doing yesterday. That's what I was doing yesterday. Is I was talking to them and they escalated it up. And I was hoping that would take care of everything. But then they came back and said, nope, there's not enough evidence. So now the question is, because now, and see what happens now when I have to escalate it past this, it now moves into a legal process, is what they make it sound like. But I feel that, I mean, I have everything here to prove that I didn't use anyone's stuff. I didn't use anything that everyone else hasn't used. But at what point is it that, hey, anyone can just start striking anyone? But when you're sitting there with 2 and 3 is what gets you the boot. Now, even if I got the boot right now, I still have the ability to talk to them. I still have the ability to talk to them, I would assume. Because it doesn't just go away. That's what, that's where some people made the mistake. It doesn't just go away. It's all there. You still have this login and everything. So, but it's just infuriating. Like, I shouldn't have to go through this. No other content creator should have to go through this. If I was actually using someone's pictures, and they really had an issue with it, then that would be one thing. But I even emailed back, and they decided they were not going to respond because they're not a real person. I mean, they're a real person, but they're not really this David Williams. And I think it's all proof right there. And you can be mad at me for whatever you can be mad at me all you want. Because maybe if I exposed, your buddy or your favorite YouTuber, I don't really give a shit. That's not what this is for. Let's be honest. Copyright strikes were meant for people stealing music and fucking videos of things, right? That's what it's actually for. But everything that I've done, I'm not just showing a picture and just leaving it there to get views. I'm talking about it. And that changes it. So, I'm just, you're at the point where it's like, I'm completely done with this. But I will continue to go through it. And eventually they find a way to, to take some sort of action against whoever this is. But I don't know. How do you find an email? I've showed you guys. There's 100 people here right now. To all the people that missed it, here, I'll show you guys. So this is what I got. All right. Second copyright strike. All right. So if you see here, there's your selected action, what I want to do. Now, I haven't done anything because I actually contacted them. This is who the person is. And as you can see, the fraud scan score comes up at 77%. I can tell you right now, when I put my email in, there is a 0 fraud scan because no possible phone numbers associated with Dirty Dozen Dynasty, Gmail. I didn't even know you couldn't have a phone number. Everything is 2-factor authentication. So, yeah, this is just parents. Yeah, I'm disappointed someone is harassing you, and I'm angry that they're using the name of a legitimately good artist and friend of mine. And there are, I do know that there are some, because when I got the first one, I wasn't the only one, but Matthew Matson did a lot of looking for anyone with the name David Williams. But look at David Williams. I mean, seriously, it's a very generic name, right? It's a very generic name. There's a lot of people that would have the name David Williams, right? So, I mean, it's easy to find someone that's like that. But once again, the fact that, Bill, the owner of Fresh Monkey Fiction, he's like, I've never heard of them. But all this here tells me everything I need to know. So now this is all stuff that I have to send over to them, I guess. And I was hoping that, hey, you know what? This was someone that was fucking with me and they were just going to let it fucking go. Like, hey, this is what we can do. The fact that they did it the second time, I know exactly what they're doing. They're smart enough not to do it right away. They're smart enough not to do it right away. Yeah, well, yeah, I know you can, but normally, like, you put your phone number in. I guess I don't create fake emails, so I guess I don't create fake email. So, like, it's just, yeah. But here it is. 2 copyright strikes. So if I get another one before January, and I should be telling everyone this because this means one person that doesn't like me goes, you know what? I'm going to go do this. But at some point, YouTube has to look and go, okay, this guy has been creating content. He's never had a problem before. And all of a sudden he's getting this. We need to actually investigate it and make sure that this is legit. And if I legitimately used somebody's pictures, well, first off, I responded to them and they didn't respond back. I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do even if I did? Hey, you're using my pictures. Please don't use it. Please take down those videos or remove them. No, they just went right to this. And again, it affects everyone. Killer says, Punk, they upset you. They controlled your entire show. They're not worth talking about. Just embolden them to do it again. You did nothing wrong. Do not harbor it. Will, you know who it is. Okay, but here's the whole thing. I talked about the first one and I let it go. See, that's the whole thing. My show is not, it's about toys, but it's also about the channel, the brand, me personally. And believe me, I'm not going to lose any sleep over this. That sounds weird to say. This is not my career. But this is something everyone needs to look out for now. And it's too bad. It really is too bad. And it's just it's a pain. It's playing my fucking ass. And eventually, it might end up being a pain in someone else's ass. I understand what you're saying. I really do understand what you're saying. Charlotte says the letter from Fresh Monkey Fish should be plenty to clear the strikes as long as you can get it to an actual person. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, but once again, it shows they just aren't really doing their. YouTube isn't really doing their job. Pop Blender says YouTube knows people abuse the copyright system, and yet they do nothing about it unless you are a big-time creator. It's been a problem for years now. Yeah. And so I have all this stuff here, and it's I'll go through the process and do this tomorrow and send everything over there, and I'm going to probably contact the YouTube. I have it written downstairs on X, and they'll point you in the right direction. So anyway, I think that's enough of this bullshit. Considering the monetization is going to be the dollar sign in yellow with a little cross through it, meaning it's limited. It's limited. So yeah. Master Hoarder says, keep on doing what you're doing. If they're haters, you're doing something right. Yeah, and again, like that's fine. It's just, again, these are people that are actually, they're trying to take away a channel. They're trying to take away something. And again, it's not just something that I've done, but let's be honest. There are 100 people here that enjoy what I do. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys do, but you do, and I appreciate it. you know. Black King says, two in the box, ready to go, but they be hating, but they be slow. That must be some sort of rap. I says, I miss 800 numbers where you can complain and say the F word enough on hold to get you an operator faster. No, that you're absolutely true. It would be nice if there was an actual number that I could call. Lone Dragon says, I don't think they're on X. Sounds more like crack. Punk doesn't know much about drugs. Well, I didn't change it to the name. I still call it Twitter. So, oh, it's a Ghostbuster reference, Oz. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Ghostbusters. I've watched it. I enjoy it. Anyway, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to play Moss Man. Hopefully, Hello Dope Toys doesn't hit me with a copyright strike for using Moss Man. But I need to take a quick break so I can just sit back and relax and not talk for a bit. But of course, I got to find it.
Oh, hey guys. So Lawrence, he had to step away for a little bit. He's got a case of the grumble duff. So he asked me to kind of watch over a stream. He put me in charge of y'all. He said to me, oh, Moss Man, I have a case of the grumble duff, and I need you to watch myself for a little bit so nobody leaves and finds out that there's more interesting things to watch on YouTube. And also, I hate Ohio. So I was like, oh, dang, so now I have to come up with a topic for my very own show. And I was like, oh, what about talking about your favorite toy stores? So my favorite toy store is HelloDopeToys.com. So they used to have this really bad website. It used to look real scammy. Like if I gave them money, they were going to go spend it on like blow and hookers. But now their website is really nice. And like I can just go in and do like 1-2 click. And then my order's placed. And they ship super fast, guys. They ship everything in 1 business day. So like I get all my toys first. So when I'm out there on the playground and all my friends are like, oh, dang, Moss Man, where'd you get that action figure? I still have to wait 17 months for mine. And I'm just like, well, I went to HelloDopeToys.com and I just pushed the buttons and then they shipped it out to me. And the packaging is so nice, guys. Like, I opened up the box. I thought, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kind of packaging. It's so nice. But then my trash can gets full because of all the packing stuff. And I was just like, oh, dang, I just changed the trash. But now I gotta change the trash again. Oh, you're right, Matthew Matson. You can use the code APWT at HelloDopeToys.com and save 10% on your order. So how that works is, so you're gonna save 10%, and then a Punk with Toys, he has to pay that 10% that y'all saved. So if you don't like Lawrence, you can just go to HelloDopeToys.com and just buy a bunch of stuff and rack up his bill. So then like at the end of the month, they're like, Hello Dope Toys is like, oh, Lawrence, you owe us $1 million because of all the 10% codes that everybody used. And yeah, that's how that works. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's time for me to go now. So make sure you go to HelloDopeToys.com and like and subscribe. And then in the comments, put what your favorite toy store is. But if it's not HelloDopeToys.com, I'm probably just going to delete it, okay? So, all right, guys, bye!
All right, so I'm back. Let's talk a little bit of some toys. I know it's later than normal, but let's get into this. Before we do, please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe for at least the next day or two before I lose my channel. It will mean the world to me when I have to figure out another way to get it out there. All right. So let's start off with a little bit of McFarlane quickly before we do. Is there anyone that took these pictures before I can start to go through this and make sure that I'm not going to get any weird copyright strikes saying that, hey, you know what? That is my picture. I would hope not. All right. So to begin with, he has So we covered this. We covered this wave. It's a Dark Side Build-A-Figure wave. Now I don't remember covering Dark Side, but this is obviously his this is his the chase wave, because he has to chase. Everything's got to be a chase now. I actually think Dark Side looks pretty good. I actually think all of these actually look pretty good, believe it or not. Bobby Walt says you're going to get an email from Tom McFarlane about this image. I hope not. So here's Batman. He does have a cloth cape. As stupid as these figures look, I actually like these for some reason. A lot. Graf says that's red Batman. I don't know if it's red or it's purple. Flaming hard tax. You can go with my my Chester Cheeto, the flaming hot Cheetos. You guys are these dimension Batman's trapped in barbecue sauce. Here's Batman. Again, I don't know why you'd want this, but there is something that I see. There's something that I see that these are actually pretty interesting looking to me. I wouldn't go buy them, but they look pretty fun. So you can see he comes with the arms. I do love the Batman gets like this. Like he punches so hard that he gets like a flame effect from it, some sort of power effect, like the Jada Street Fighter figures. But at least they're giving him something, right? So here's his back. Again, nice cape. I don't think it looks bad. There's something. I guess there's just something I like about this. I just think it looks pretty good, though. Says the Brass Knight returns. KJ says, "I've got you now. And I've got you now, Batman. Prepare to be hickory smoked." Here's Aquaman. I don't know why Aquaman is an ice cube, but once again, I actually like the way these colors look. I'm not buying them, so don't think you're going to see a review on this channel, but there is something that I find very interesting about it. Very comical. There's no doubt about it. He comes with Darkseid's head and fists. He really makes sure that like you have to buy all of these. Like, oh yeah, you got the arms, but you ain't gonna get those fucking hands unless you buy this one. Again, these are just repaints, and I only know because when I got to the end. So this is the chase. So if you're chasing the stuff, hey. I didn't know Aquaman had a cameo in Frozen. This is Frozen 3. Frozen 3, you're going to see Aquaman come from the deep blue ice. But here's the casing, the packaging for it. Now, I actually like this. Like this, I actually think is actually pretty damn cool. So we have the Flash in a dark blue with these light blue accents on his boots and everything. Frozen fish stick, Arthur Curry. Tony, let me tell you something. I hate fish, but I used to really, really like fish sticks when I was a kid, putting the lemon on it. I don't think you could get me to eat those if my life depended on it, but holy shit, those were good. So I hear frozen fish sticks and kind of makes me laugh. Who dropped the Flash and the blueberries? Again, I actually think this looks good. I know Flash is red, but there is something that definitely makes me laugh when I see this, and the fact that he's doing a chase variant of a Build-A-Figure, and you have to get all of them to build the chase variant Build-A-Figure. That's the guy knows what he's doing, man. Like he knows what he's doing. for sure. Like he knows how to get people, buying his stuff. So, holy blue balls, Batman. Oh shit. And then we have Red Sun Superman. Again, there is something that and you know me. Normally I will bash these things. I don't think they normally look good. I wouldn't buy these. They definitely make no sense whatsoever. But there is definitely something that I look at when I see this and it makes me laugh. Cheeto man. I don't. There's something about this. Hey, model misfit, how you doing? I don't know. McFarlane, like, hey, we can sit there and say no one's buying this shit, but someone buys it. That's why he's able to push out so much stuff. KJ says this has to be the worst looking figures I've seen from McFarlane Toys. Oh, I like these. I don't know. I don't know. There's just something that I see about these, and I don't know. They put a smile on my face. Superman is the heat miser. Hey, if you had to fight the villains that he has to fight, you'd build your neck up too. You ever see Kurt Angle? That guy has like his neck was huge after he broke it. Same as Steve Austin, not as big as Kurt Angle's though. Baldy fucks reviews here. That Superman looks like a few hours after eating Taco Bell. Or Thai food when it's hot. These aren't power punches. These are that is the diarrhea blasting out of his ass once he's done. No, he might be trying, Adam. He might be trying to see how bad he can go before people finally go, I'm not gonna buy this. Hey, I met that guy. If you wanted to keep back Solar Man from Superman 2, The Quest for Peace, this is what you'd use. Hey, I met him. My son got an interview with him. That guy, off topic, one of the nicest people you could meet. He was, when he went to Sergeant Red's, and we're talking about Solar Man here, he works a real job, a career. He flies in. He just does a couple appearances. He's not one of those people. He's not Virgil. He's not Virgil sitting there just waiting because he doesn't have a job or anything. He knows that there's a limited amount of people that want to come see him, but he sat there and he talked. He chatted with us, and what a nice guy. I can't say enough nice things about that guy. Anyway, here is the box for it. All right, so this is what they normally look like. Yes, they mostly look better, although I think Superman, I really don't understand the really, really light blue on his suit. It just doesn't work for me. I think Batman, Aquaman, and the Flash all look pretty good. But when I got to this picture, I realized, we have seen all of these before, but I do not remember seeing Darkseid. How does he still stay in business? Ross is always flooded with those figures. Dude, no, Target is always flooded with them. I don't know. But hey, look at the plastic and you see how cheap it is. I think he's making these things super cheap. And he's making these things super cheap. So he's able to, when they go on clearance, it doesn't even matter. I think the Darkseid looks really good. Now I know I believe this is just another remold, the remold of it, but I do like this. All right, Darth Berkey is saying they're from a video game. Wait, did Virgil die? Did I know Virgil died and I forgot? I can't even remember if Virgil died. I need to go look through my ripped and see if I killed anyone or if I did a rip for him. I feel like I knew that, but like sometimes you forget that someone has died. Last year, okay, all right. Do you need to go outside? Go tell Andrew. Say, I need to go outside. Want to go outside? Hi. Go tell Andrew. Go tell him. I know. Go tell him. I know my son hears me. I know. Look, there he is. Go. Come on. He looks at me like, go. Do you have his social security number too? Mother's maiden name? Anyway, I must have known that he died. I don't know why I can't remember. Why I forget it. Anyway, Super 7. Oh, my favorite. If these guys gave me a copyright strike, I might understand it. All right. If it said copyright strike from Brian Flynn, this piece of shit uses my pictures and badmouths my products, I'd be like, all right, dude. He's got a point. Yeah, Graph. Yeah, the $1 Million Man commercial. Everybody's got a price. I guess everyone's got a death date too. All right, so now this is Mama the Ever Living, I believe, something like that. Now I thought BBTS just had their 25th anniversary, and they did one, but this is an exclusive, I believe, to them and Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure if anyone else is getting it. I don't know if anyone else buys them. So I was actually surprised. I had to go do a little bit of looking and make sure that, hey, did we already cover this one? But yeah, it was already done.
Motherfucker just got sprayed.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I even sniffed this time too. There was nothing. That motherfucker came out of nowhere.
All right, I gotta give me a second, guys, because my dog. So listen to Moss Man.
Oh, hey guys. So Lawrence, he had to step away for a little bit. He's got a case of the grumble duff. So he asked me to kind of watch over a stream. He put me in charge of y'all. He said to me, "Oh, Moss Man, I have a case of the grumble duff, and I need you to watch myself for a little bit so nobody leaves and finds out that there's more interesting things to watch."
All right, well, I'm ending the stream because my dog just got sprayed by a fucking skunk. So I need to go take care of that because my house is absolutely fucking reeking. So thank you guys all for dealing with everything that I fucking did. Everything that I got. Oh my God, my house is fucking already bad.
Holy shit, dude.
So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.